Good morning and welcome back at 8:31 on this Saturday. I'm Maddie Kurth. Those temperatures outside are expected to ramp up today. So let's get you over to meteorologist Gard for your Weather Authority forecast. If you're heading to the convention center, bring some water.
Yes, we're dealing with that heat. Luckily, though, we're on the dry side of this low pressure over here near Florida and this tropical system that has formed off the southeast coast. This is Tropical Storm Chantal. This is the third named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season. So we are tracking this because it's going to impact parts of the U.S. coastline. The tropical storm, 40 miles per hour right now, moving to the north at 2 miles per hour, very slow motion. But look at these buoys offshore starting to get those 40 mile per hour wind gusts. So the winds will arrive later today for those coastal Georgia and Carolina areas. We are expecting it to continue to strengthen a bit as it heads in that northward direction. Could see 45 mile per hour winds prior to landfall very early Sunday morning, somewhere from the South Carolina coast up through the North Carolina coastline. It's going to depend on how early it takes an eastward turn that will happen around an area of high pressure that's over here to the east. Now, once it moves inland, post-tropical low, but still could expect rip current impacts and coastal conditions to be bad along the east coast farther up to the north. Tropical storm conditions likely from Charleston up through Myrtle Beach for that tropical storm warning, the area in blue, tropical storm watch down there near Charleston as well, and heavy rain. It's going to be a big threat with this storm aside from storm surge and those winds. These areas around Myrtle Beach that are on the eastern side of that center line could see up to 5 inches of rain, which would lead to flash flooding concerns on top of all of those coastal impacts. So Chantal, now a tropical storm. Next named storm on the list is Dexter. We have nothing else that we're watching in the Atlantic, though, so we'll just monitor that tropical storm. For us, we're on the dry side. That's why we've had a little bit of a northerly flow, and it will keep our storm chances down. We could see some scattered showers, maybe a storm or two in the afternoon, but it will be very low coverage today. Tomorrow, we kind of get back to a normal summer pattern where we're going to have those storms popping up in the afternoon. Some of them could be strong. We have to watch for lightning, gusty winds, heavy rain. Same thing with those summertime storms that we typically get every day in the summer. Same thing on Monday. We could see some coastal showers and storms Monday, especially to the southwest, but we'll see those afternoon storms popping up once again. The dew points are a little bit lower today in many areas, but we'll be climbing back to that muggy summertime feel. By Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll notice that we're back to that full humidity. So enjoy the little break today, although it's going to be hotter than when we have those increased rain chances. 96. This is 5 degrees above normal for the time of year. Then we back off a little bit more toward average Monday, Tuesday, 92. We do have a little bump Wednesday and Thursday back to the mid-90s because we'll see high pressure rebuilding in. Here's Chantal. We have this cutoff low. It splits off from the tropical system. This is going to go around that area of high pressure off the east coast. The cutoff low will go south of us in the Gulf. That's why we see the rain chances increasing. This is in the upper levels. It's not a tropical system or anything like that. This is an upper level low, but it increases our stormy flow. And then here comes high pressure building back in the middle parts of the week, Wednesday. That's why we see that heat cranking back up and rain chances going back down. So we'll just have a little bit of a roller coaster ride with when we'll see those storms increasing at the start of the week and then backing off. Temperature is getting into the 80s now for most of us. We still have that haze from the fireworks out there. You're going to notice that through the morning especially, but it should mix out later today, maybe clearing out by tomorrow. That dry heat still going to be hot. 96 is hot, and it feels like low triple digits, but it feels a little bit like a different type of hot. It's not that sweaty, boiling hot. It's a bit more like an oven. So we'll take it, a little bit of a change, but that summer pattern coming right back around late week, and it's going to feel maybe even hotter than it does today many times during the week because we'll have that humidity back.
Yeah, so get your sunshine in for now, buckle down during the work week, and take those breaks when you can. We heard Dr. Griggs tell us in the last hour how important it is to rest, especially after the 4th of July holiday.
Yeah, you got to rest with the heat, people staying up too late. Essence Fest going on, lots of walking around happening downtown, and it can feel hotter with all the concrete down there, so you really want to stay hydrated. Pop in somewhere air conditioned if you can and take a little rest.
Yep, on this holiday weekend, you may see some fireworks